Right, week 12, Green Bay Packers versus Detroit Lions. The line has Detroit favored by 7.5 points, and I'm going to take Detroit. The model's a little bit mixed on this one, and I'll show you why. So, the straight up, with no adjustment, the model gives Detroit an 81% chance of winning, which correlates to 11.1 point spread. When you come over to the box plot, uh, it shows about a 28-14 victory for Detroit. And again, this is just using the raw numbers, and then the confidence intervals clearly show that there's a definitive, statistically different result in that Detroit should win. Where the conflict comes into play is when we come down here to the Bayesian, which case it says, the model's been overestimating Detroit and underestimating Green Bay, in which case it says that in that case is it should be a closer game. And I had to really kind of think about this. And so one of the things that I've going back and looking at it, I would say that for the most part, particularly for the last 4 games, if you do the last 4 games, Detroit's been putting up points offensively, and the defense has been doing just enough. And then, and I do realize in the last game that Jared Goff had some interceptions. Whereas when I come over here and I look at most of Green Bay's games, I mean, other than their first game where they scored 38 points, they're a very low-scoring team. Okay, and I just don't think that they're going to really be able to put up enough points to keep up with that Detroit Lions. I don't think that their offense or that their defense is going to be good enough to really hold up Detroit. Chicago had a little bit of luck, but again, they shook that off and they came back. Let's go ahead and look at the performance charts. So one of the things that stands out is you got this strong running game over here. And I think that's going to be a bedrock of what Detroit's going to have, is being able to run the ball even when that passing game isn't going. The passing game is steady. It's not going to be a feast, but it's certainly going to be enough to get them first down to keep them moving. When we come over here to the right, they do a pretty good job of protecting Jared Goff, better than what I think we see consistently over here with Green Bay. You definitely have some high outliers up there, and that's normally indicative of a defense that's really kind of attacking. One of the things I would point out, and we saw this last week, is they've shown the propensity to turn the ball over, particularly recently. But the thing that I think stands out is their explosiveness over here. It just looks to be a bit more than that of Green Bay. But Green Bay, I got to admit, they have some. Certainly do. I can see why the Bayesian adjustment says that Green Bay might be better than what the raw points say. So as I often say, you can have a different interpretation of the very same data that I do, but I want to show you the data, and this is my interpretation of it. And I would not blame anyone for looking and saying, "Hey, 7 point spread, that might be a bit much." Especially since it's showing that the model might be underrepresenting Green Bay and overrepresenting Detroit. So anyhow, if you like what you listen to, like and subscribe. If you got questions, comments, drop me a note. Thank you.